Rain hits the old apartment building like tiny stones. Two small kids stand at the gate. Mia, 10 years old, holds a torn school bag. Her little brother Eli, 7, hugs a cheap plastic toy car. The big black car stops in front of them. The door opens. Polished shoes step out. It's Mr. Carter, the landlord. He looks rich from far away, and even richer up close. Gold watch. Expensive suit. Cold eyes. He looks at the kids from head to toe. His face twists like he just saw trash on the road. Mr. Carter says loudly, "Why are you standing here like beggars? This is not a charity place." Mia's hands shake. She quickly wipes her wet face. "Uncle, we live on the 3rd floor," she says softly. "We are waiting for Papa," he said. Mr. Carter cuts her off. "Don't call me uncle," he snaps. "I'm not your relative. I'm your landlord." Big difference. Some rich tenants walk past. They stop and watch the scene. No one helps. Mr. Carter looks at Eli's old shoes. They are torn at the side. "You people," he says loudly, "come with your dirty kids, cheap clothes, and then cry when I ask for rent. Look at his shoes. Even my dog has better shoes than this." Eli looks down at his feet. His eyes fill with tears. Mia whispers, "Please don't talk like that in front of him." Mr. Carter laughs. "Oh, so the little girl is teaching me manners now? Listen, I want my rent by tomorrow, or you and your trash will be out on the street." The camera of the story zooms in on Mia's face. Rain. Tears. Fear. Shame. She holds Eli's hand tighter. And the voiceover asks the viewer, "If you saw someone talk like this to kids, what would you do?" Fade out. We go inside the small apartment. The walls are cracked. The paint is peeling. A small fan makes a tired sound. Daniel, the father, walks in, clothes wet from the rain. He works as a delivery driver. Long hours. Small pay. Grace, his wife, hands him a towel. Grace, softly, "Daniel, you're late. Did you get the extra shift?" Daniel shakes his head. "They gave it to someone else," he says. "I tried. I even said I'll work night also. They said no." Mia and Eli run to him. "Papa." Mia hesitates. Daniel kneels down. "What happened?" Mia looks at the floor. "Mr. Carter, he shouted at us outside. He called us trash." Eli whispers, "He said my shoes are worse than his dog's." Daniel's jaw tightens. His hands curl into fists for a second. Then he relaxes. "I'm sorry," he says, voice heavy. "You should never hear words like that." Grace's eyes shine with tears. "He came this morning too," she says. "He banged the door. Said if we don't pay full rent by tomorrow, he will throw us out." Daniel walks to the broken window and stares outside. Inner thoughts. "I work all day. I skip food. I save every coin. Still, it is not enough. What kind of father am I if I cannot even protect my children from words like that?" He turns back. "I'll talk to him," Daniel says. "I'll beg if I have to. Maybe he will give us one more week." Mia quickly steps forward. "No, Papa, please," she says. He doesn't listen. He laughs. He talks loud so everyone hears and looks at us. There is a long silence. The next day, Daniel goes down to meet Mr. Carter. We see Mr. Carter in the fancy office on the ground floor. Big desk. Leather chair. A picture of him cutting ribbon at some new building. Daniel stands at the door, wet from sweat now, not rain. "Sir," Daniel says, "I came to talk about the rent." Mr. Carter doesn't look up from his phone. "I know," he says. "You came to cry. Like always." Daniel swallows. "I have half the rent," he says. "Please take it now. I will pay the rest in 10 days. I promise. My kid's school fee also." Mr. Carter slams his pen on the table. "Your kids. Your problem," he says. "Not mine." "Sir, please. They study hard. Mia is first in her class. So what?" Mr. Carter snaps. "Do you think I give discounts because your daughter gets good marks? This is business. Not some emotional drama." Daniel's voice shakes. "If we leave, where will we go? We have no other place." Mr. Carter smiles a cold smile. "You should have thought about that before having kids," he says. "Anyway, I already decided." He opens the drawer, takes a paper, and pushes it across the table. "Eviction notice," he says. "You have 7 days. After that, I will change the lock. And I don't care if your kids sleep on the road." Daniel's eyes fill. His hands tremble as he picks up the paper. "Sir, they are just children. And I am just a businessman," Mr. Carter says. "Now get out. You're wasting my air." Daniel walks out slowly, the paper crumpling in his wet hand. As he reaches the stairs, Mia and Eli are there, waiting, eyes full of hope. Mia, Papa? What did he say? Will he give us time? Daniel looks at their faces, then at the paper, then looks away. He forces a small, fake smile. He gave us 7 days, he says. 7 days. I will fix everything. I promise. The camera zooms in on the eviction notice in his shaking hand. 7 days. Or out. Cliffhanger line. But Daniel had no idea that these 7 days would change not only his life, but also Mr. Carter's. Day 1. Daniel takes extra deliveries. He works till late night. Day 2. He skips meals so he can save money. His stomach hurts, but he doesn't show it. Day 3. Mia decides to help. She takes some of her drawings and old toys. She stands near the street corner and tries to sell them. A rich lady walks by with her son. The boy looks at Mia's drawings. These are nice, he says. Mia smiles shyly. I drew them myself. But the rich lady pulls her son away. Don't touch these things, she says. You don't know where they come from. Come, we'll buy real art, not this poor stuff. Mia stands there frozen. Her eyes become glassy. Later that day, they all sit in the small apartment. Grace counts the coins and small notes. We are still short, she whispers. Even if you work more, it is not enough. Eli looks up. Can we ask Mr. Carter again? He says. Maybe he will be kind this time. All 3 adults and kids fall silent. They know the answer. Next morning, something happens in the building. Mr. Carter is in the lobby, talking loudly on the phone. I don't care if that family has kids, he says. I want them out. They spoil the look of my building. This place is for rich people, not for cheap tenants. He doesn't know someone is recording. In the corner, near the mailboxes, a young man named Adam, who also lives in the building, holds his phone camera low, pretending to check messages. Adam has seen enough. He saw how Mr. Carter talked to Mia and Eli. He saw the eviction notice. He whispers to himself. This is too much. People need to see his real face. Mr. Carter continues. She even sells drawings on the street, he laughs. Like some roadside child. It makes my building look like a slum. I will throw them out soon. Just watch. Adam captures every word. Every laugh. He posts the video online that night. Title: Rich landlord calls tenants' kids trash. Listen what he says. Hours pass. More and more people see it. They comment. They share. This is so cruel. How can someone talk about kids like that? He should be reported. Is this man even human? By morning, the video goes viral. Not just in their city. It spreads everywhere. But Daniel? He doesn't know any of this. He is too busy trying to save his family. On day 5, something scary happens. Eli runs down the stairs with Mia to meet their father. He is excited. Papa is coming. Papa is coming. He shouts. But the stairs are dusty and broken. Mr. Carter never repairs them. Eli coughs. He has a small asthma problem. On the 2nd floor, he suddenly stops. He can't breathe well. Mia panics. Eli? Eli, what happened? She cries. He holds his chest. He gasps. She screams for help. Somebody please. My brother can't breathe. Mr. Carter is just nearby, talking to a man about renting a flat. He hears the sound but rolls his eyes. These kids again, he mutters. Always making noise. Mia runs to him, tears on her face. Sir, please, he can't breathe. I think he needs hospital, she sobs. Please call someone. Please, sir. Mr. Carter looks annoyed. I am not your driver, he says. Take him yourself. And stop screaming. You're disturbing my client. The client looks uncomfortable. Maybe we should help, the man says softly. But Mr. Carter waves his hand. They always act like this to get attention, he says. Drama family. I'm tired of them. Mia stares at him in shock. She runs back to Eli and drags him slowly down the stairs. Her small arms shake with effort. Some neighbors finally rush to help and call an ambulance. Adam is there again. He records. Not everything, but enough. Eli is taken to the hospital and given oxygen. The doctor says, he'll be okay, but you must avoid dust and stress for him. Daniel's heart breaks. He holds Eli's small hand. That night, Daniel sits alone outside the hospital. He talks to himself. God, I don't understand, he whispers. I work. I don't steal. I don't cheat. Why is this happening to my children? Why do they have to suffer because of me? He cries quietly. No sound. Just tears rolling down. Back at the building, Mr. Carter's phone starts to ring constantly. His friend. Bro, you're trending online. But not in a good way. His cousin. Have you seen the video? People are angry. They say you are a monster. His office staff. Sir, reporters are calling. They want your statement. Mr. Carter opens the video. He sees himself on screen saying, I will throw them out soon. Just watch. These dirty kids. They make my building look like a slum. He watches his own face. Cold. Proud. Cruel. For the first time. He doesn't like what he sees. Cliffhanger line. But Mr. Carter had no idea that this viral video was only the beginning of his karma. Within 2 days, everything starts to fall apart for Mr. Carter. People leave angry comments on his building's website. I will never rent here. Who wants a landlord like this? Shame on you. Several rich tenants, who care about their image, call him. Mr. Carter. One lady says, my husband is a businessman. This video is bad for us. We don't want people to know we live in a building owned by you. We are moving out next month. Another tenant says, our clients saw this footage. They think we support you. We don't. We are leaving. Slowly, empty flats appear. His income drops. Then, something worse happens. Because the video is viral, it reaches the city housing department. Inspectors come to the building. They walk up and down the stairs. They check the broken railings, cracked tiles, dirty walls. One inspector says, this building is not safe. You took high rent but did not repair anything. You will be fined heavily. They give him a big fine slip that almost makes his eyes pop. You must fix all this, they say. Or we will shut it down. Mr. Carter feels his chest tighten. What? This is not fair, he protests. These things are small. The inspector looks at him calmly. Small things put children in danger, he says. We heard about the boy with asthma. You are lucky nothing worse happened. That night, Mr. Carter sits alone in his big office. The room feels different now. Colder. Darker. He thinks of his own childhood. He was not always rich. He remembers a day when his family was poor. Their landlord shouted at his mother in front of him. Pay the rent or get out. He remembers hiding behind the door, crying silently. Somewhere along the way with money and power, he became the same kind of man. His phone buzzes again. This time, it's a message from Adam. Sir, if you want to do one good thing, go and see the boy you called trash, the message says. He is in city hospital. Mr. Carter stares at the message for a long time. Then, for the first time in many years, he feels something heavy in his chest. Guilt. The next day, he goes to the hospital. He feels strange walking into a public hospital. The smell of medicine. The sound of crying. People sitting on the floor, waiting. He asks the nurse. I'm looking for a boy named Eli, he says quietly. The nurse points to a small ward. He walks in. Eli is sleeping with a small oxygen mask near him. Mia sits beside the bed, drawing quietly. Grace is folding a thin blanket. Daniel stands near the window, looking tired but calm. They all look up when Mr. Carter enters. The air becomes tight. Daniel's face hardens. He steps in front of his family. What are you doing here? He asks. Mr. Carter opens his mouth, but no words come out. He looks at Eli's small face. The band on his tiny wrist. The machines. He thinks of his own childhood again. That day behind the door. His eyes sting. I came to see the boy, he finally says. And to say, I'm sorry. The words feel heavy on his tongue. Like he is lifting stones. Daniel is shocked. Sorry. He repeats. You humiliated my children. You almost threw us on the street. My son had an attack on your dirty stairs. And now you say sorry? His voice cracks on the last word. Mr. Carter lowers his head. His hands shake. I know, he says. I have no excuse. I saw the video. I saw myself. I didn't like what I saw. He looks at Mia. You stood in the rain that day, he says softly. And I called you trash. I am ashamed of that. Mia's eyes fill with fresh tears. Eli wakes up slowly and touches his mask. Papa. He whispers. Grace comforts him. Daniel looks at Mr. Carter. What do you want? Daniel asks. To fix your image? So people online forgive you. There is a long pause. Mr. Carter takes a deep breath. No, he says. I can't change what people think. But maybe. I can change what I do. He pulls something from his pocket. An envelope. These are the papers for your apartment, he says. I talked to my lawyer. The flat, the one you live in. I'm signing it over to you at a very low price. Almost free. I will also cancel all your past rent due. Daniel stares at him like he misheard. What are you saying? He asks. I made a lot of money from people like you, Mr. Carter says. Too much. It is time I give something back. You will not be thrown out. This will be your home now. Mia covers her mouth. Grace's legs almost shake. Why? She whispers. Why would you do that? Mr. Carter's eyes shine with tears now. Because when I was your son's age, he says, looking at Eli, someone did the opposite to us. They pushed us out on the street. And I never forgot that pain. But somehow I became that same monster. Your video, your pain, reminded me who I never wanted to be. A tear rolls down his cheek. Everyone is silent. Even the machines seem softer. Eli pulls off his mask for a moment and looks at him. You called me trash, he says in a weak voice. Mr. Carter nods, eyes red. I know, he says. And I am so sorry, son. Eli thinks for a second. My teacher says, people can change, Eli says. Are you changing now? Mr. Carter gives a small, broken smile. I'm trying, he says. Eli looks at his father. Daniel watches his son. Then Eli lifts his small hand. He reaches out to Mr. Carter. Okay, he says simply. Then don't hurt kids again. Those words hit harder than any punishment. Mr. Carter takes Eli's small hand gently. His own hand is shaking. I promise, he says. Never again. Time passes. The city forces Mr. Carter to repair his building. He spends a lot of money fixing the stairs, the walls, the pipes. People online still talk about him. Some forgive. Some don't. But slowly, his actions start to change his story. He makes a new rule for his buildings. No rent will go up if the family has school-going kids. First repair, then rent. No shouting. No public shaming. Ever. He even starts a small scholarship for kids from his buildings. The first name on the list? Mia. We see her walking proudly into a better school. New bag. New shoes for Eli. Smiles on their faces. 1 year later, we see Daniel standing at a small counter in the building office. The nameplate on the desk says, Building Manager, Daniel. He now works with Mr. Carter, not under his shoe. Good morning, Daniel, Mr. Carter says every day. And this time, it is with respect. At the end, the camera shows Eli playing in the building courtyard, laughing. Mia sits with her books. She is still first in her class. Mr. Carter stands at a distance, watching them with a soft smile. He whispers to himself, I don't deserve their kindness. But I will spend the rest of my life trying to be worthy of it. Sometimes, karma is not just about punishment. Sometimes, karma is a mirror, showing us what we have become. Rich or poor, we are all human. Money can buy buildings, but it can never buy respect, kindness, or a clean heart. If you ever see someone humiliating a helpless person, remember, the way you treat the weakest around you is who you really are.